darkness, hello. I came down here to film something glam, something, you know, you could wear to a party, a wedding, and we went off track a little bit at some point, as I do tend to do. This is what I ended up with. I think I would like for this to be my ghost makeup. Just in case you're wondering about this situation, last night when I got out of the shower, I put my hair in like tiny pin curls with bobby pins and slept on it. Not the most comfortable, but it curled my hair and it actually is holding the curl. My hair does not hold curl. This one fell out. This one's not curly. All right, let's do some makeup. I'm gonna put on a little bit of oil because my skin is really thirsty. This is the Twa Beauty Glow Oil. I just love the way it smells. I cannot get enough of the smell. I want to use this primer, but I also want to use this primer. I think this is a primer, the Flawless Filter. So I'm gonna use both and see how it goes. This is shade 1 of the Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. I tried shade 2.5 and it was way too dark. So this is the lightest shade. It is very pretty, even just on its own. I'm also using the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. And I use the shade 3 Neutral, and I'm just gonna apply it very lightly. This is my favorite foundation right now. That is looking like a good combo. And then I'm gonna use the Fenty concealer in 140, a little bit brighter than the foundation. And I'm blending it out with the mystery brush. It has nothing on it. I don't know what this brush is. And I really wish I did because I really like to blend my concealer with it. Maybe I should go on a hunt for a dupe. I really should have plucked my eyebrows. They're in desperate need. I'm gonna contour with the Milk Contour Stick. I really like the e.l.f. contour wand, but I like this color just a little bit more. And I'm a little sad about it because this is so expensive. I wish I didn't like it so much. If you know of a dupe for the Toasted Milk Contour Stick, let me know. I think the e.l.f. one will be better in the winter when I have no tan at all. I just need it to be a tiny bit warmer and a tiny bit darker, I think. I still love it though. Very natural contour shade. Sometimes I just want it to be a little bit more. This is the Milk Cosmetics Round Detail Wide Brush. I'm gonna try it for my nose contour because it looks like a good nose contour brush. I always do 2 little lines on the tip of my nose. I actually contour my nose differently like every time I do it. Sometimes I don't even know why I am doing what I'm doing. It just feels right. I just do my makeup with my intuition sometimes. I'm not sure if that's smart because it has led me astray a lot. And I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger because I don't feel like finding another brush. I think that we're gonna be real glam. So I just want everything to be a little bit extra. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but on the side of my face right here, I have this spot of skin. It doesn't feel any different than the rest of my face, but it loves to not have makeup on it. I always feel like it won't hold makeup. No matter the primer, no matter the skincare, it just doesn't. Good nose contour brush, by the way. I think I'm gonna add some of this Twa Beauty Liquid Blush. Kind of to my under eye. Have you guys seen the pink under eye trend? Like where the under eye is concealed with actual pink? I haven't personally tried it on my face and I can't decide whether I love it or hate it. Sometimes it looks gorgeous and other times I don't get it. That's cute. Now I'm gonna use a powder puff in the Twa Beauty Smoothing Setting Powder because I want my under eye to be bright. And this setting powder is very bright, right? I think I'll do the sides of my nose with this as well because it's so brightening. And I'll do a little bit on the tip too. And this powder is really good for carving out your contour because it's so brightening. I haven't done like a full powder bake in a long time. I'm gonna use the Jason Wu powder because I'm annoying. Maybe I'll use a third setting powder for the rest of my face because I'm annoying. There is something magical about this powder that really conceals all my forehead lines. Not that there's anything wrong with forehead lines, because being expressive is good. Aging is good. But it looks good on camera, and I'm on camera. And it looks good in person, not just on camera. Then I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder to set the rest of my face, and I'll also use it to kind of tap away the excess powder. Do you have to use 3 setting powders? Absolutely not. But if you already have 3 setting powders, you might as well put them to use. I feel like even through all of that powder, the Flawless filter does still glow through a little bit. That was a lot of work, but that is a really nice base, I think. Normally I do my eyebrows before I do my eye makeup, but I don't really know what kind of brow I want with the eye makeup that I want to do, so I think I'll do the eyes first. These sleeves keep riding up and they have an elastic and they're driving me mad. But anyways, I want to do like a cut crease with a double wing, lots of drama. So I think the Melt Rust palette will be perfect. First, I'm going to take this shade on a fluffy brush. It's like a light creamy yellow. And I'm just gonna put it all over the lid as a base to blend other powders into. I find that it makes it easier. I kind of didn't think it was gonna be quite so yellow. The sleeve. Now with this little dense brush, I'm gonna take this shade Antique and I'm gonna look straight ahead in the mirror and I'm gonna map out where I want my crease. If I start off like this, I usually put it too low and then I look forward in the mirror and my lid folds down and it's gone. And then trying to match the other side because you usually have to do both eyes. These contacts are making this a little bit difficult. I'm probably gonna watch this footage back to edit it and be like, oh my God, what have you done? And then I'll just take that fluffy brush again and blend that out. It's just barely there. I'm just gonna use it as a guide. Same brush, using the shade Rubbish. I haven't used this palette yet, but I did use the Rust Stack and I was obsessed. I remember the shade Rubbish. Now I'm just sketching over where I planned to put that crease. I still have my stacks. They're put away. I loved the melt stacks. They were such a unique concept. I wonder if the formula is still exactly the same. It feels like it is. I like this one better. I want it to go down like the other side. Good thing makeup isn't permanent, because these are not even. Have you guys seen the permanent makeup artists doing like dramatic cut crease makeup and dramatic liner with tattoo? Pretty freaking cool. I could never commit to one liner, one eyeshadow for that long. No way. My freckles are tattooed, if you didn't know that. It offends a lot of people. I'm very sorry if you are offended by my love for freckles. I'm gonna go get some more tattooed. Maybe I'll bring you guys with me. Let me know if that would be an interesting video. The girl who did them is like the cutest. I think we're getting somewhere. The hair and the makeup is looking very 70s, 60s, 70s, somewhere in between. And again, I'm going to blend. I don't know how dark I want the crease to be. I'm gonna take this really little flat brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Rust. Just gonna use tapping motions to really get a nice, precise line in there. I remember this shade too. This was an original stack shade. Usually I'm not really that worried about symmetry, especially with liner, because I always put on a lash and then you can barely tell if it's really even. But with a cut crease, if it's really wonky, it can actually make your eyes look like really off. And that is just not at the moment the look I'm going for. And this time I'm blending with a clean brush. I'm wondering if I did that precise enough that I won't actually have to cut the crease. That would be nice. Though it would look crispy if I go in and cut it with concealer. I'll probably do that. I'm just lazy. Taking a little bit of my concealer, the same one I used under my eyes, the Fenty concealer. Not the best brush for this, but all of my brushes are dirty again. I don't know how it happens. I clean them and then they just keep getting dirty. I only have a tiny bit of concealer on my brush, and I am very carefully and very gently just kind of tapping it to clean up under this crease. I'm not gonna lay it on heavy. I'm not gonna paint in the entire area because that just gets to be too much and it'll crease. And also fix the shape at this point to get them a little more even. But you can also mess it up and then you have to go back in and fix it. I want something really shiny on the lid, and I don't think that it is in this palette. I'm gonna use the About Face Fractal Eye Paint in the shade Refract. Just using a brush to tap it nice and close to the line. Now I'm gonna do some liner with the 24/7 ink liner from Urban Decay. The shape of the cut crease, I guess the liner's probably gonna join. I don't wanna go too far down because I wanna add a wing at the bottom. It doesn't really like going over the eye paint, the dreaded other side. When I close this eye to try to do this eye, I literally can't see. Like I can see, but not very good. For the little lower wing, I'm gonna use black eyeshadow because I think it'll just be easier than using a pencil or a liquid. I'm just looking up into my mirror. I'm going to tap it on nice and straight. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to go in the same direction of the wing, but I think I do. I'm just gonna change the angle of that a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow and I'm gonna smoke out the upper liner. It's feeling very disco. Taking a tiny angled brush, I'm just gonna add a little bit of black eyeshadow to the inner corner. And I'm gonna take some of that Fractal eye paint. And I'm gonna put that right here. And then I'm gonna take this shade again on a tiny brush. And I'm gonna pat this in between our wings to brighten it up. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of the NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk, just on the outer corner of my waterline to kind of attach it to the middle of the wings, if that makes sense. This is looking a little wild. I don't know what kind of lash to do. I think probably some little chunks will be cute. I don't know if those are dramatic enough. I think I might cut this strip lash into pieces. I can never find my lash glue. Why do they have to be so small? It's not really the lash glue's fault. I'm just really messy. I'll put on just a tiny bit of mascara just so my eyelashes aren't blonde. The Rare Beauty mascara is the best mascara. And now we can stick on our little chunk that I dipped in lash glue. And another chunk, pretty far away from that chunk. And then another one. These are the long pieces. I still have the short end of the lash, and I think I'm gonna cut them up and put them on the bottom. This is the longest of the bunch. I'm gonna glue it on the outer corner. And one more. And then I need a little mascara. This eye look is so much crazier than I had planned in my head. I'm just gonna pencil in my brow with the NYX Precision Pencil in Ash Brown. And I'm gonna follow the shape of the cut crease instead of where my actual eyebrow is. It's definitely a perk of having thin brows. You can kind of just ignore them and draw your brows on wherever you want. The bottom lashes make my eyes look like such an interesting shape. We definitely need more blush. I'm gonna use Sunstone from the Fairy Blush palette. It's such a pretty peachy pink. And I might layer on a little bit of rose quartz as well. And then I'll use some Flexitarian from Colourpop for a bit of highlight. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Not a lot, just really bright. A little bit of that under my brow. I'm gonna add some extra freckles with the Colourpop freckle pen. Just a couple on my nose and a little bit on the cheek. And I always like to do this one darker. What lip do I do? This is called Trophy Life. It's from NYX. I'm just gonna line the top and the bottom. Kind of soften it and blend it outwards. That's a pretty color. It's probably discontinued. Everything I use is discontinued. I can't find the shade name on here. Shine Loud Magic Maker. Maybe that's the color. Maybe it's Magic Maker. That's pretty too. And just blotting it out to make it nice and soft and smudgy. These are super, super long wear. It's a good formula. I think this is the look. I think we're done. What do you guys think? Grocery store makeup? Pick up the kids after school makeup? I guess it makes sense to have a crazy makeup look with my crazy hair and my crazy contact lenses. I probably should have put on a crazier shirt. Pinky Paradise sent me a bunch of contact lenses, so I had to try some. It says on their website that they're cruelty-free. A few years ago, I know that that was not allowed. It was like a medical device and they had to be tested on animals, so maybe something's changed. I'm not 100% sure. If you know more, please enlighten me. But they look pretty cool. I can't see very well. That was fun. It turned out nothing like what I had in my head. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you want to see next, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.